Over the past week, I've been decluttering a bunch of things in my home with little 5-minute bursts, and it's really made a big impact without really committing all that much time. I know we're all busy, we don't always have time for decluttering. It seems like this big daunting task, but you can really get it done quickly. It's really helped me a lot. I've even found the plug for the electric blanket, which we haven't had for years. So that's quite exciting because now I won't freeze to death. Anyways, I hope these tips help. Put out a few boxes. So I keep a couple boxes or bins to put stuff in that I'm gonna donate or that I'm going to throw away. Or if there's stuff that's like just around the house and I don't know where it goes, I put that into a box as well so I can find a permanent home for it, because I don't want that stuff that just like floats all around and you never really know where it goes. So I just put it in there until I find a permanent home for it. And then the other ones, you have that place so that when you want to donate something, you can actually put it there, and then just at the end of the week or whatever, you take all the boxes, you get rid of them, so they're not sitting in your living room forever. But that's just a great way to kind of trigger yourself to just keep remembering that, like, hey, those boxes are there. It's just really easy to throw stuff into them and get them out of your house. The refrigerator. So if you're anything like me, a couple times a week, it is extremely useful to just kind of go through and see if there's anything you forgot about, if there's old food that just kind of has been pushed to the back. You want to make sure you bring it to the front so that you can actually eat it and you don't end up wasting food. Or if it's already gone bad, just get rid of it so you can use those Tupperwares again. We got rid of a bunch of extra Tupperware, so now we just want to make sure that like the stuff we have, we actually use, and it's not like being used to hold stuff that just needs to get thrown out at some point. So this is pretty much what I found in there. Most of these are like almost empty, but not quite empty, and they're not good anymore. They smell quite bad. We got 24 seconds left to dump this all out and throw it in the dishwasher, but I did take some time to film so that it equals out. Your junk drawer. I got like a British accent there somehow. I'm not sure how that happened. But pretty much we just went ahead and completely took everything out of here. I'm gonna get some dividers. Should have thought of that ahead of time. I had some, but they didn't really fit. So we're gonna get some dividers, throw those in there, and then get rid of everything that's just kind of accumulated and actually find homes for it that are not just inside of a junk drawer. And a lot of the stuff is just really like garbage, and for under $5 we could replace anything that we needed that's in there. There's just chargers, like stuff that's actually useful and we can actually use and been looking for, and other stuff that's just like, why do we have this? So going through that junk drawer and then putting in some dividers can be a great quick thing to do. Next one, clothing. So it can be very beneficial. I just try to do this like once a month, once every other month, and kind of go through and pick out those things that you haven't worn all season, you haven't worn in 6 months, and just kind of get rid of them and declutter that space. And I really don't like to have a bunch of clothes. I try to make sure that everything fits with everything else. It's just something that I've done. So this is my closet right here. So this right here is my section of the closet. And that is Meredith's section of the closet. We're not going to reveal everything because that is for the minimalist wardrobe video, which will happen at some point. Do you guys even want to see that? I don't know. Every time I go through my wardrobe, I find some things that I'm just like, how do I still own it? I've never worn this. Why do I still own it? And it can really help. And it's just like, you can do it really quickly when you just kind of go through and you just kind of attack it aggressively. As much as I like these and they're both like almost new, they just like don't fit and I never wear them. So a shelf or a drawer. So I like to try to pick just like a quick 5-minute, pick a shelf that has too much stuff on it. A lot of drawers and shelves just tend to accumulate stuff when we don't know what to do with it. We'll just kind of throw it up there, or we'll drop it into a drawer, and eventually that just really adds up. So you can just take a few minutes and kind of go through and try to either find homes for those things or get rid of them. Now again, I really like having these boxes that we can just kind of put stuff in. It's not good to have them all the time because then you just have those boxes there, but if you do this maybe 1 week a month or something like that, it's been really useful for us to have those boxes so that when we do have something to donate, we actually know where to put it instead of just like, oh, I'll remember to grab that next time I'm getting stuff to donate. And I really like with both the shelves and the drawer is to make sure that I don't just allow them to add up again by creating systems so that once it's done, it is not gonna ever come back because there's either dividers in the drawers or there's very specific stuff that is supposed to be there and nothing else that's not supposed to be there can ever go there. Next, make a clear zone.
I have to clear.
I like to try to take the flat surfaces in my home, specifically the kitchen countertop, because when the kitchen countertop is clean, it makes the whole rest of the house feel so much cleaner. Or if you have any type of flat surfaces like a kitchen table or dining room table or anything else, when those are clear and you can keep them clear for a long period of time, it really gives you motivation. So I just like to take a few minutes, clear it all off, and then try to keep it clear for a week and really get that habit kick-started. Go through and declutter your social media feed. You can do this in just a few minutes. I like to just go through everybody that I'm following and making sure that if I'm following them, they're bringing me some type of value. There's a lot of people out there that are just trying to get a little bit of your attention. They're always trying to sell you something. They might not be the most positive people to follow. So whether it's just snoozing them for 30 days, unfollowing them completely, blocking them, just going through who you're following, making sure it's all positive stuff that you want going into you can be a really big help. Social media in general tends to be more stressful than it is positive, and it becomes a lot easier to not spend as much time on social media when your feed isn't as like almost interesting. I want to say, if like you cut out a lot of stuff that's just really fluffy. I don't know. I do the same thing with my email as well. Well, I'll just go through and I'll unsubscribe from as many things as I can to just try to limit how much stuff is coming into my life in general. If it's any type of sales, I'll just get rid of it. There's like promotional stuff, like everybody tries to email you stuff. So I do like to go through and purge that occasionally so that when I do my email every day, it's a lot quicker. I have a lot less junk coming in. So both of these are pretty much just a quick digital declutter where you do it once and it lasts for a long time. It's 27 degrees out, but it feels like 21. Then it's 21. Anyways, cleaning out your car can make a big difference when you're going to work and it's not cluttered, there's not garbage, it doesn't smell like food or whatever, and you got all those masks that you just lost over time, and there's like 27 of them under your seats and stuff. I don't know how that happens really. I like to fill up a box with trash and then also fill up a box and just bring it inside of all that stuff that just never made it in on those cold nights when you didn't want to go back out. At least that's what happens to me here in New Hampshire, because it's cold as anything and I don't like it. If it's gonna be cold, at least snow. Crying out loud. Turning me Canadian. I don't even know. Going to Canada. Canada? What the heck? This is getting bad. It's the cold, it's going to my brain. What are the tips that you guys use to help declutter your home wicked quickly? Also, don't forget to subscribe. I have some really cool videos, at least I think they're cool, coming out in the next few weeks. So I hope to see you for that. And I'll see you next week, only if you're subscribed though. So you better hit the little, what's it called?